Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a real game changer for IT professionals. We're zeroing in on Chapter 6 of the 10-part tutorial, MLOps Mastery, a strategic tutorial for IT professionals put together by the folks at Virtualization Options LLC. This is all about giving IT management the exact blueprint for implementing MLOps in the real world. If you've been feeling the pressure to get AI running smoothly in your systems, well, here's the absolute truth we're unpacking today. MLOps is fundamentally an IT infrastructure mandate. It is not just a data science research project. Okay, let's dive into this structured roadmap. We've got 6 parts today. First, why IT owns MLOps. Second, assessing maturity. Third, automating the CI pipeline. Fourth, observability. Fifth, governance. And finally, your execution plan. Part 1, why IT owns MLOps. Let's talk about the operational reality. So just to make sure we're all completely on the same page, let's define MLOps. It is the combination of people, processes, and technology needed to productionize machine learning solutions efficiently. And take a look at exactly where it sits. It's right smack in the middle, the critical intersection of data science, data engineering, and DevOps. For way too long, companies have treated machine learning as this purely mathematical, lab-based research problem. But the second a model actually leaves that lab, boom, it becomes an operational infrastructure problem. Think about it like this. The algorithm itself is just a car engine, right? Well, MLOps is the entire factory, the assembly line, and the paved roads required to actually drive the thing. Now, if you're thinking the handoff from data science to IT is, going smoothly across the industry, take a look at this incredibly stark reality. An analysis by Algorithmia found that a staggering 55% of businesses actively working with ML have never actually deployed a single model to production. Just let that sink in for a second. Think about the massive wasted investment there. And for the ones that actually do manage to deploy, 18% need over 90 days just to get a single deployment out the door. We call this the production gap. It is a massive, massive bottleneck, and it just brilliantly illustrates the sheer complexity that you, the IT teams, have to solve. To bridge this massive production gap, the strategic framework we're looking at today zeroes in on exactly what goes wrong when organizations fail to treat AI as a strict, rigid IT discipline. Moving past all the theoretical data science stuff, this focuses entirely on the operational execution required for real enterprise stability. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it completely dismantles the myth that AI is just about algorithms. As highlighted in a pretty landmark NeurIPS paper called Hidden Technical Debt in Machine Learning Systems, the actual machine learning model, the code itself, is essentially the tiniest box in the entire system. All the massive surrounding infrastructure, we're talking configuration, data collection, resource management, the serving infrastructure, monitoring, that whole shebang is entirely IT's domain. You literally cannot just hand that off to a data scientist and hope for the best. Moving right along to part 2, assessing your MLO's maturity. Let's look at the diagnostic framework. This brings us to the MLOps maturity model. Take a look at these stages. Down at level 0, you basically have no MLOps, just manual, notebook-driven workflows. Frankly, it's the Wild West out there, and it carries massive enterprise risk because there's zero reproducibility. Step up to level 1, and okay, you might have some standard software CI/CD in place, but your ML processes are still dangerously manual. As you push forward into level 2 and level 3, that's where you start bringing in automated training and automated deployment. But the holy grail, the ultimate goal here, is level 4, full MLOps, complete with continuous training and governance as code. Hitting that level drops your operational risk down to an absolute bare minimum. Part 3, automating the CI pipeline. Let's talk about actually bridging those production gaps. Let's move to this and see how it builds. Because to create a truly bulletproof continuous integration pipeline, there are 5 critical stages IT absolutely has to automate. First up, standard code linting, which is basically an automated spell check for your code along with unit tests. Second is strict data validation, making sure your schemas and data quality are rock solid before training even starts. Third, you've got reproducible feature engineering and training. But the 4th step, this one is absolutely vital, the evaluation gate. This is where you set hard, non-negotiable thresholds for things like minimum accuracy, latency limits, and fairness deltas. If a model fails here, promotion is entirely blocked, no exceptions. Finally, Stage 5 takes that approved, signed artifact bundle and pushes it straight into your model registry. Part 4, observability and silent degradation. This is your ultimate safety net. So the crucial point here is that once a model goes live, you run into a genuinely terrifying reality. Production models degrade silently over time. And your conventional application performance monitoring tools, they are completely blind to this stuff. The two main culprits you're fighting are data drift and concept drift. Data drift happens when the real-world input data your model receives starts to shift away from the baseline data it was originally trained on. Concept drift is even sneakier, honestly. It means the fundamental relationship between those inputs and the target outputs has actually changed entirely. To fight this, you need specialized statistical tests in your monitoring stack, things like population stability indexes, which basically measure how much your live data has mutated from its original baseline. You have to catch these invisible failures before they start tanking your business. On to part 5, governance and AI compliance, getting compliance embedded right into the system. Let's look at how the 2025 IEEE GAAP framework essentially turns governance into code. GAAP stands for Governance as Evidence for AI Pipelines, and it embeds incredibly strict controls at 5 different promotion gates across your pipeline. At every single gate, it automatically spits out signed evidence into a temper-evident backbone. Think of it like an unbreakable digital notary for every single step of the process. Now, why is this so crucial right now? Well, because of sweeping new regulations like the EU AI Act. High-risk AI systems now require these massive conformity assessments and strict post-market monitoring. By automating all of this traceability right down to the specific legal clauses, IT is literally protecting the enterprise from massive, costly rework and those dreaded delayed product approvals. Finally, Part 6, the 90-day execution plan, your strategic roadmap. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how you can roll this entire system out over a single quarter. In the first 30 days, your focus is entirely on assessment and alignment. You run that maturity model scorecard we just talked about, and you pick out a pilot use case. Then, in days 31 to 60, you pilot and automate. This is where you stand up your model registry, build out the CI/CD pipeline, and deploy that observability stack with the drift detection we just covered. Finally, days 61 to 90, you govern and scale. You enforce those governance as code policies, and you launch an internal machine learning center of excellence. This allows you to take this blueprint and scale it smoothly across your entire organization. It's really time to fundamentally rethink your operational posture. MLOps isn't some sort of dark magic, right? It is highly robust, heavily measurable, and incredibly disciplined IT engineering. So I want to leave you with this final critical question to evaluate your current setup. Are you actively managing your AI infrastructure with strict safeguards and automated pipelines, or is it silent degradation slowly managing you? Take these frameworks, honestly assess your gaps, and start building out your safety net today. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer.